Hi, this is 365801 and this is my March buddy read and we're going to be reading RIN. So me and Katie have decided to read RIN, which is a June Manga title, 3 volumes, very pretty. It's one of the older ones you can see with the pink along the bottom. I have not read this. Katie said she read it. But she'd be up for a reread. She mentioned it, I don't know, several months ago. Was like, oh, do you have it? And I'm like, yes, but it's in my other collection. So I finally was able to bring it up. Well, I didn't actually. I put it in my book boxes and had my sister bring it up when she came. I really should have made more book boxes. Although now I'm like, they're just in their book boxes now. So I don't actually have space in my drawers. I'm gonna have to do a big overhaul. So I've got some grapes here. My other sister came and visited. And she brought some grapes. I bought some grapes. So we had lots of grapes. But this one is a Morrison's one, and it's much better than the one I bought. I think I got mine from the co-op. I can't remember. But I put mine in the freezer. Do you guys freeze your grapes? But these ones are too good. I'm going to eat them for my breakfast. I've got some lovely daffodils. And as you can see, I have stacks upon stacks of packages I still haven't opened. I have a lot of things I haven't opened. That's going to be my March haul. But I'm kind of avoiding opening it just because if I do, I have to acknowledge that I've spent money. And in the back of my mind and in my shopping cart online, I have some more things that I'm like, don't do it. But yeah, so I will open some things. I have also already spent this morning tidying and cleaning and hoovering, so I'm feeling good. And I will take a little walk, maybe do some things I need to do. I've got some accounting stuff, some tax stuff, and I need to get some like heating, electricity, that kind of thing. So I'll probably go for a wee walk out aside and get some things. So I'm sure I'll bring some goodies back and you can see what the goodies are. But I'm going to try and see if I can read this. Maybe in one day, maybe over 2 days. We'll see. But yeah, there's a few other things I'd like to do. I haven't been making videos. I've been reading lots, but not actually editing. So I'm going to have to do that as well. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing over the next day or two. Let's have a look. That grape is so good. You know when you get a good grape? So good. Satoru Kannagi, Yukine, Honami. Satoru Kannagi is the writer, I think, and Yukine Honami is the artist. Yes. So here Satoru Kannagi had done Only Ring Finger Nose, and Yukine Honami had done Desire. So I don't really know very much about it other than this is like a kyudo. Is it kyudo? That's Japanese archery, isn't it? Kyudo. So I'm already like, oh, is it going to be like Tsurune but actually BL? Yay! Because I really did enjoy Tsurune, and I know that the second season is out, but I haven't actually watched any of it. I had a look, it's on like High Dive or something. Anyway, but I did watch the first season when it came out, and I think it would be like worth a rewatch. So I might do that this evening after I have read this. I don't know what it's about actually, other than two boys, kudo. Let's have a look at the info stuff that I always like to have a look at. Like who's doing the translation, publishing information, and the dates, because that's always what I really enjoy looking at. So this was originally volume 1, 2002. 21 years ago. My god, guys, what? 21 years ago. BL, it's been around. And this one is a 2006, October 2006 publication. One of the older ones, like I said, I think, so it does actually have, ooh, fancy. You're not going to get these kind of, you know, nice covers unless you're buying Kuma now. And Kuma, love you, Kuma. Love you. You do great stuff. Always great quality. And the paper quality is actually pretty good, because it's, considering this is 2006, the paper quality is still relatively white. You see that? whoever it was that I bought this off of obviously took care of it. But yeah, I think this might be an interesting one, and I'm looking forward to starting. Yeah, so I'm gonna have something, because I haven't actually properly had anything to eat. I've just spent most of the morning cleaning. I'm going to finish my grapes, have maybe some toast or maybe some egg or something. I don't know, something nice, tasty, and read the first volume, and I'll check in with you when I'm a little bit halfway through. Should we open some packages first? Should we open some packages? What should I open? Let's open something together. So let's have a wee look at some of these World of Book packages, because I'm pretty sure I know what's in the Amazon ones, but I've forgotten what I purchased. It's pretty bad when you're like, oh, I don't know. What did I get? Can I actually open this? There we go. Surely this is fine. Okay, let's see the first one. Ooh, that's right, I did. So it's got a little bit of damage here, not much, but it's fairly new because it's supposed to come out in August, and it was on like a video that I did when I was like, oh, new August releases. But it didn't seem to actually come out. Maybe it came out in August in other places, but it didn't seem to be actually available in the UK when it was supposed to be. So I think it came out a little bit later. This is one that I'm so interested in. Nagabe, who does some of these really interesting animal-esque ones, and you know how I feel about animal characteristics. Give me some animal characteristics in a BL, and I'm like all over that. What is it with me? I just love it. So yeah, this is really fairly new. So this is one that was just published last year. Yep. 2021 in Japanese, but August 2022. So it was technically out, but trying to get it in the UK, not very easy. An Adrian Beck translation. I do sometimes really like Adrian Beck's translations, and sometimes she uses some words that I'm like, meh. So I have a kind of mixed relationship with her. But she does, Adrian, I guess. Unless it's a man, I don't know. Is it? I just thought maybe they're French. Canadian? I don't know. But this is one I'm really looking forward to. Oh, it's so good to have it because it's so new. And you know how I don't really buy a lot of new things. Well, same with my boxes of stuff. So yeah, let's have a look at the other one. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. What did you eat yesterday? Volume 17. So volume 16 was the one I got last year. I got 14, 15 and 16 last year. And this one was on sale as well. Really good. I think it was like £4 or something. I mean, I can't say no. And of course, it's a Jocelyn Allen translation, which I'm just like, obviously she's my favourite. So by Vertical 2021. 2020. So this must have been late 2021. And of course, there's 20 volumes, and I don't think the 20th volume, I don't think it's come out yet. So there's a wee bit of bending here, but still in incredibly good nick, considering that it was like £4. A little bit there, cracking of the spine. Don't know if you can see it. Will it focus on me? Will it focus? There you go. See? A cracked spine. That's probably what it is. So there you go. But that's fine. I don't mind secondhand. So yeah, 18, 19 and 20. And I think that's it. And I'm still on volume 7. So I'm 10 volumes behind. Shrimp gratin. That's a good one. Lettuce shabu shabu. Oh, that sounds interesting. That's what I love about this, because it's like, oh god, yeah. Meat wrapped onigiri. Oh my god, yes. Some of these just sound, oh, now I'm really hungry. Yeah. Chicken wing tip pot au feu. French toast. That's an easy one. Green beans and carrots wrapped in meat. Anything wrapped in meat is good. So yeah, these are two things. maybe we'll unwrap something else when I finish volume 1 as a treat. So yeah, they're not perfect condition, but for £4 something, less than £5, I will take it. They're fairly new, and they add to the collection, so very good. Keeping track of my low money. They need to be, because of how much I've bought. This month is terrible. Anyway, let's get some RIN being read and some food in my belly. So this is what I'm gonna have for my breakfast. A little like ham salad with egg. I'm out of mayo, so it's kind of a bit weird. So I'm gonna have this, a cup of coffee, and give RIN a wee start. And then after that, I think I will leave the house and see what business and goodies I can get done. So I have got halfway through. It's pretty good. So just the first 2 chapters of this one. So basically, we've got a boy who it is all about judo, Japanese archery. It's about these 2 guys, So and Katsura. So Katsura is the younger brother of the captain of the archery, Japanese archery, and his assistant captain, second in command, is his best friend. And the 3 of them have all kind of grown up together. And it turns out that there was an accident, of course, that caused a bit of trauma, of course. Of course, honestly, of course. For Katsura, he got into an accident, and his father, who is a bit of a hottie, I have to say, he reminds me a lot of Cardcaptor Sakura's dad. Will I find him? Where is he? Have I gone past it already? I have to show you. He's a hottie. So they go for dinner and see the dad. I'll have to find him. He's too hot to miss. But he does kind of remind me of Cardcaptor Sakura, just because he's got that homely glasses character vibe. Which, I don't know, it's just one of those things. I don't know, I think I've missed it. I've gone past it. I'll show you in a bit. Oh, here we go. Where is he? There he is. There he is. There's a whole section before. He's very homely. So his dad accidentally got hit by a car trying to save Katsura, so it was kind of his fault. And during the operation and things like that, here it was, So was giving him a hug, and so he kind of needs to have a hug from So to get rid of the anxiety and stress that he has. And so that's his coping mechanism. It doesn't help if it's someone else, it has to be him. So there was a little bit of language that I was a little bit like, oh no, is this how it's going to be? Because this is a 2006 publication, so for me, I'm like, oh no, here it was. Unfortunately, like, watch out for homophobic language. Yeah, he says homo reputation, and just the use of homo is pretty tame for some old BL mangas, but it's still of the time. And because this was a 2006 one, I think it was you can really use BL as a sort of is it like a litmus test? How do you say that? It's like the test of how tolerant society is of what we would deem as completely intolerant language and thought today, or at least for most people who have empathy and are able to express that. So the way that BL, as it's published and how it's been translated, you can kind of see the evolution of society and societal norms of language and what is and is not acceptable. And so you can see that in some of the later, like the earliest BL, for example, Challengers. It's absolutely horrendous. The language is appalling, and this is in translation, and so it's really, really awful to have to wade through. Whereas this one, I was like, oh no, is it going to be like this? And this is 2006, so it's quite a bit of a difference in terms of the... Well, it's not actually that. 2006, quite early still. But so far, there has been only that one mention of something. The rest of it has just been perfectly fine. I don't know how this is going to go, but the first 2 chapters were fine. It was very like trauma and kudo, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, so I was thinking it's starting to like get a little bit darker, so I might go outside and get my stuff now, because I think it might rain later. So I'm going to continue to read volume 1 when I get back, and probably have another cup of coffee and a wee sweet treat. I have some donuts, so I might get some donuts. I will have a wee donut when I come back and show you if I've got any goodies. So I just got back from being out. I'm really cold now, but this is my goodies. I found the Twyford code by Janice Hallett for 50p in the charity shop. I actually have the appeal. Do I have it near me? There it is. I've got it. So I actually got this from a charity shop as well, even though it's like buy one get one half price. I didn't. So this one's obviously been well read, but this one actually doesn't look like it's ever been read. Yeah, so I've got these 2 now. I'm not too sure if I'm going to enjoy this one, but we will see. The third one in that Janice Hallett's released has just been released, and it's like a fancier one. But she writes these with like not normal, like this one's emails and stuff like that, and this one is all like voice recordings and stuff. So yeah, 50p, not bad. So I need to read them though, you know, they might just end up sitting on my shelf. But I have been doing, this is a wee maybe secret thing for at the end of the month, I've been reading a lot of mystery books, and the mystery books have a theme. I've been reading the mystery books for a mystery, is it Mystery Madness Readathon? March Mystery Madness Readathon? Anyway, Bizarre Individual put that up on his YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I'll do that. So I watched a few videos. The theme was spring cleaning. So anyway, so a little, maybe a vlog or something. There's a video in the works, and if it doesn't actually get put up on the channel, it'll be on my Patreon because it'll be another one of those abandoned vlogs. But anyway, this is another mystery to add to my collection for 50p. I also got a big old man jumper. But isn't it great? It's lovely oatmeal, and it's a proper big size. It's like well, it's a medium for a man's, so it's fine. But it's a kind of giving me Chris Evans Knives Out, and I'm loving it because I've been looking on the lookout for a creamy one. This one's a bit oatmeal, but that's fine because it's kind of I don't know if it's my colours. I feel like, have you ever done your colours? I'd like to get my colours done. Anyway, so that was a couple of pounds, and I saw this, and I got curtains, and they're Peppa Pig curtains, and they're actually really big. They're like super long. So this is the top of them, and then they're folded out, so they're like super, super long. Anyway, that's Peppa Pig. And the reason I got them, because when my sister came to visit, we found a bean bag in the same material, the exact same material, for my niece. And so she can have matching curtains. And these were only £4. Some bargains you get in the charity shop. The other thing is, my sister won't watch this video, it's fine. She won't see it. But this is probably going to be a gift, like a joke gift. If she does watch this, then I'll just keep it here. This will probably be a wee gift for her when I say, I got you some pairs of pigs. And she'll be like, yay! And then she'll get a jigsaw puzzle. So this was a couple pounds as well. How much was it? £3? £3. £3. So yeah, Percy Pig, some curtains, a jumper, a big oatmeal jumper, and a book, all less than £10. Bargains, bargains. Anyway, I have some coffee that I've just poured and a donut as well. So I'm going to have the donut. I'm going to finish the book, and then maybe we can open up another package, and I'll let you know what's going on with what was it? So and Katsura, and I can't remember the brother's name. Oh, and there's a best friend as well who might be trying to do stuff. So yeah, trauma. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like the story. Is it worth 3 volumes? What's going to happen to make it 3 volumes? Anyway, I'm going to enjoy that donut. It's a jam donut. It's a jam donut. Or in America, jelly, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I've had a good time. I've got some stuff done. I put some more gas and electric in my house, which is good, which means I can keep Toasty warm. get water for my dishes. Which reminds me, I do need to make the dishes clean. So I've got a bit of tidying to do as well. So after the first volume, I'll go and do my dishes. Anyway, I'll check in with you when I finish volume 1. Okay, so I had my donut. It was delicious. And I'm now back to reading. So I'm on chapter 3. So the other guy is, Katsura's friend is Koichi? And he kissed him in the library because he knew that So was watching. And now the hug or the squeeze doesn't work. And there's some tension and stuff like that's been going on. Anyway, so Koichi kissed him without his permission, stole his first kiss, but they're still friends, but they didn't actually discuss it. So he finally asked him, why did you do that? And he's, Koichi's like confessing that he loves him. And then he's like, He kind of knows that So is important to him, so he's like, oh, I'll try to put you again some other time. And I love this. Some other time? Like, it's enough for me if you remember my kiss. I'm on your side. And then he's like, he's a good guy, you know. I'm like, is he? Is he? He's supposed to be your friend. See, this is the thing. He's supposed to be your friend, and he has feelings for you. But he doesn't disclose those feelings until he basically assaults you. I mean, if you're forcing someone, you know, in any way, it's kind of sexual assault. Anyway, he steals his first kiss, which is unforgivable for a maiden. But then, even though he's like, hey, we're only friends, I can only see you as a friend, and I don't want you to replace So in the squeezing thing that helps him come down, because it can only be him, because it wasn't his brother. Like, if his brother could give him a hug and make him feel better, then he would have just done it with his brother, because his brother's there all the time, and wants to help him. But no, Koichi, who has been gaslighting him all this relationship, they say they're friends, but they want more. Liars! Liars. And then, even though he's been rejected in a romantic way, he's like, I'll just stick at it. I'll just keep waiting. You know, I'll be like, is it a good thing? I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Like, friendship wise, if someone says, okay, can we still stay friends? I'd kind of want to put the caveat on, okay, but as long as you are fully aware that there is absolutely no way anything's happening between us in a romantic sense, I have rejected you 100%, you must accept that. Men! Fucking men! This is why I read BL, because there's 2 men for you to be like, huh? Huh? It really does show, like, that whole thing of, oh, well, I'm just gonna pretend or wait around. Those are the worst. Those are the worst guys. If someone, I don't know, you've got to, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. But these are the guys that are sneaky. They're the ones that are like, oh, I'll be your friend. When actually they have some sort of, you know, other feelings in the background that they're pretending. Ugh. Anyway, he's a good guy. I just went, is he? Is he though? And even here, some of the time, like, he's even thinking like, maybe not. Otherwise, you're not really my friend.
Anyway, this is just one of those things when the friend on the side is like, "Hey, how about me?" and you know that that's who they're not going to end up with. Or at least they shouldn't. I'm telling you right now, they shouldn't, because that's gaslighting. I hate that. I hate that. As someone who's asexual, the number of times someone I've thought is a friend and who's been all like, "Oh, well, you know, I thought maybe we could," and I'm like, "No, why would you think that? I thought we were friends." And then it's like suddenly there's no friendship after that because they've been rejected. Yeah, because also you lied. This was a betrayal of our friendship, and that's kind of what this is. So it's a shame for Katsura because, you know, he kind of needs some. Once again, I'm telling characters, go get some proper therapy. Anywho, right, I'm gonna carry on and finish this, and maybe we can open up another package.
So I've finished volume 1, and it's kind of interesting because it's pretty comprehensive. Like, I think the way that it's written, and then I read the note at the end from the author, that it was pretty much just planned on being one volume. Satoru Kannagi says, you know, wow, thanks for all the support, and now it's going to continue with a new story. So I guess she just planned on it being one, and the whole story just ended with a kiss, but because it was a manga and generally this is what happens, you get your story and how it builds, and then you get the little extra chapter at the end, which is either a side story or extra, or the fifth or the sixth chapter where some stuff happens. It's very much, you know, loose and what would have been classed as shonen ai when it was published, more than the yaoi moniker, which I don't agree with, but never mind. Because it's all BL. It's all BL. So yeah, it ended exactly as I thought it was going to. Nothing really happened other than he worked through his trauma, which is good, and they communicated, which was good. So all in all, even though there was some mental health issues, it was all pretty good actually. In fact, the only thing that I really had an issue with was the friend who she mentions was a good stalking horse, which is good. But also, here, this page. I'm so glad I found it. Avocado milk. I have never seen avocado milk in my life. Avocado milk? Like, is it milk with the taste of avocado? Avocado. And now I've said avocado too many times, it doesn't sound proper and correct. Anyway. It was very pretty. It's very white. There's lots of very thin lines. It's very much, is it Honami style? So, yeah, it's fine. But I can see that this would have been totally fine just as a one volume story. So now I'm wondering, what happens in volume 2 and 3? She did mention the dad is one of her favourite characters. I did find it. It's at the beginning when they go for dinner. See, isn't he like Sakura's dad? He kind of has that vibe because he's a house husband since his accident. But also the brother, Yamato's the brother, and he got voted as the most wanting, the character that the readers most want to marry, because he's, you know, like an overbearing sensitive brother who wants to protect his little brother, and also was very much like, oh, like it was kind of very healthy. It was just weird. It was a weird healthy one, considering this was from 2002. They used the word homo twice, and that was it. And it was when he's talking with his brother, and so he confesses to his brother about what happened. And his brother sets it up so that they can have a conversation. And it's like, hey, he was very much machinations of, can you two sort your shit out? I liked that. I actually liked it. I thought, good for you, Yamato. No wonder people want to marry you. You're a pretty solid, you know, solid guy. And, you know, he sits and he listens to his brother and he doesn't get mad at him. And he hears how, you know, they've talked and they've confessed their feelings, and well, at least one of them's confessed their feelings, and the other, you know, his brother Katsura's like, hey, but how would you feel if I actually reciprocated and And he's like, oh, okay. Totally. Yeah, it would maybe be a little bit of a problem, but you crying is more of a problem, you know? It's like, let's just sort it out. So yeah, it was kind of healthy in a way. I want to say it was pretty good for a 2002 story. Especially the way that, you know, the other characters all treated them. It was straightforward. It was very drama free, which I liked, which is good. So I'm wondering, is this the drama? Are they the drama? So yeah, I will read volume 2. But shall we open another package? Let's open another package because it's starting to get dark. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get this whole thing finished. And then I want to do my dishes because they still need to be done. So yeah, volume 1 done. We'll move on to volume 2. Let's see what other things I have. Should I open an Amazon package? Let's open an Amazon package. Okay, so we're just going to do this one single one because I can't remember what it is. Let's see. What did I buy on Amazon? I can't remember. Oh, there we go. Right. Here it is. What is it? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. So, yeah, I honestly had forgotten. So I got volume 11 because I got volume 12 for a really good price. It was like £3.50 or £4 or something like that. It was like really good. It was a good buy. And this was also, I had it in my cart for the longest time and it kept hovering around the £7.99 mark. And I'm like, no. And then it would drop down and it would go back up. It would drop down and go back up. And eventually it did go on for a really good price. And I can't remember how much it was. But it was good. And I was like, I will buy you for that good price. So yes, happy days. That means I now have everything up to volume 12. So I think there's a volume 13. I think they're still ongoing. But I have volume 10 and I've read it, but I haven't volume 11 and 12. So those are the ones that I still need to read. I'm very happy about that. Good job. I may as well, while I'm here, show you something else. You might have noticed in the background this pink thing. So it's, I'll put that over to the side. It's like a hair thing and it comes with like hair bobbles and this. My sister sent it to me. I was like, oh, interesting. Anyway, it comes with a wee tutorial where you put the curling iron, it says, but it's just a rubber thing. Well, I don't know. It can move anyway. You can change the shape. And you clip it to your head and then you pin the clip in, spray some water, and then you plait your hair, leave it in, and boom, you've got lovely hair. I don't know. I don't trust it. But she was like, have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, I might do that just for my hair to see what it is because it's super long. I kind of need a haircut. But yeah, bright pink is not something I would have thought of, but I want to give this a go. But I kind of feel like I need to wash my hair, dry my hair, straighten my hair, and then let it dry, and then give this a go. So that might be something to do. A bit of fun. But yeah, you might be noticing pink things. So yeah, I need to get rid of this cardboard as well. Anyway, I'm going to wash the dishes and then we can go on to volume 2. Now while I was out, I picked up some roses. They were on special. I think I got them for about £1. So I'm just going to see if I can put them into this nice little glass jar. There we go. We've got a nice bunch of flowers, lovely roses. They're kind of a deep, rich, they look more orange on the screen, but they're kind of like a reddy orange. They're very nice. And I've got my daffodils as well, which smell really nice actually. So I'm very much of the Miley Cyrus school of thought that I can buy myself flowers. Very rarely do I get flowers off of anyone else, so when I do, it's like a big deal. And yeah, friends tend to give me some really lovely flowers. My family not so much, but yeah, flowers are nice to have around. I've got some purple tulips up the stairs that are kind of on their way out, and I also have some roses and lilies in my room that are almost out as well, so I'll probably use these. in the background of some videos. I don't know. I do have some other videos I want to film, and it's grey and dark, and so I probably won't, but never mind. So yeah, I will continue on with volume 2. It's almost dinner time actually. It's kind of, the day's kind of gone away with me when I've been doing things, but then, you know, when you go and leave to shop and buy stuff, it does take a bit of time out. So anyway, so I've got some nice roses. I'll go put all the cuttings out in the bin and carry on with volume 2 and decide what I want to eat for dinner. So I decided to start my dinner with some chicken gyoza, and I think I'm probably just going to make some ramen afterwards as well, and carry on with reading RIN volume 2. I'll check in with you when I've read a bit more, or even if I finish it, because I think I might be able to finish it tonight. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna have some gyoza and probably some ramen, and carry on reading. So I made some cabbage and mushroom and egg spicy ramen. It was really funny because it was getting a bit smoky and a bit difficult to breathe in my kitchen. I was like, oh, I'll just open the back door. And as soon as I opened the back door, 2 cats ran in. I was like, what are you doing? Get out of my house. So I went into my fridge and found some chicken that I'm probably not going to eat anyway. And just was like, put it in a wee plastic tub and put it outside. I was like, here you go. Get out of my house. So yeah, that was kind of a, maybe a hazard of being kind to cats. They're both super cute, black and white ones, and they are not friends. But yeah, so finally, so my noodles might be a wee bit soft, so I'm gonna get stuck into these noodles first, and get a bit more reading done. So good morning, it's the next day. I've got a nice cup of coffee, and I'm wearing my jumper that I just bought, and actually it's really good because it's like slightly oversized. I guess I am a male medium, which is good. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I saw a lady wearing dungarees, and I went and I asked her. I first of all was like, "Wow, what a lurk! That's great. You're looking fabulous." Which I think is the best. Whenever a woman has ever said, "Oh, I really like your this," or "I really like your that," or "Where did you buy that? That's really nice," or "Oh, that looks really good," you're just like, "Oh my god, compliments from women! I love it." And so whenever I see something, I'm like, "Oh, I should tell her that she looks great," or "Oh, I should ask her where she got it because they're fabulous," you know. Anyway, I saw a lady with dungarees on, and they were like corduroy dungarees. I'm like, oh my god, they're just the best. So I asked her, and she said that she actually got them from the men's section of H&M, but she wasn't sure if they did them anymore. And I checked online because I haven't been in H&M in years, because I was like, what's the point? Nothing's gonna fit me. But if you go in the men's section, it probably will. So when I was in Japan, I also would shop in the men's section of places like Uniqlo, because their female sizes generally are quite small. And it's not like I'm a massive lady, you know, I just have chesticles and, you know, maybe slightly larger frame than the average, but there are plenty of Japanese women who are bigger than me, who have bigger breasts than me, you know, and I'm like, wow, Uniqlo, not catering at all. So I asked a few of these lovely ladies that I worked with, I'm like, where do you shop for clothes? And so many of them were like, I just go in the men's section because the sizes will fit me there, and it's just the same quality, and sometimes it's cheaper. And I'm like, wow, great, that's what I did. So anyway, this is a men's jumper, and it's very good quality, and I'm rocking my Chris Evans Knives Out look. I'm loving it. Anyway, I took this to bed, so I read some of it last night, and I finished it this morning, and it does just continue the story in kind of the same kind of atmosphere. So there's no real toxicity at all. Like it's pretty great for something that was printed in, and this one is in Japan, 2003, 2004. Here you can see. And so 2007, January. So considering what this is, there's like the time period, absolutely no toxicity whatsoever. The only drama that's coming from this is the drama of a new member of the archery club. What's his name? Matsunae. He is kind of a bit disrespectful to Katsura because the time has moved on. They've had the inter-high school championships. The two senpais, his older brother, and so they both did very well. The whole school did very well. They did brilliant as an archery club, and the third years have now retired, and Katsura and Koichi have become the next captain and assistant captain. But this first year, Matsunae is giving him the daggers. What's that about? Why? And so that's where the drama comes from. When it comes to the relationships, there's still a bit of negotiation, but there's a lot of dialogue. Koichi is being there. Yes, he still has feelings for Katsura, but he is not being underhanded in any way. I'm like, I don't feel like it. I feel like he's being like aware that his friend who he has feelings for has feelings for someone else, and he's turning it to be a good guy. I'm like, wow, that's not what I saw happening in this extra couple of volumes. And he's stepping up and being a good captain. It's all in all, it's good. There's a little bit of tension between Katsura and So, because they are still negotiating their relationship. It's still fairly new, and having to deal with the past. Not necessarily the trauma, but the past, the consequences of the trauma. So yeah, it's mainly club drama that is happening, not so much. Although it did end in a bit of a cliffhanger, not so much. Even here, there's like, he's having issues with this first year. So Katsura's like, hey, let's take a walk. Can you help me do this? And so that they can actually talk about it. And instead of, kind of evading it or making it something else, there's straight up conversation. I mean, it's so refreshing. It's like just a straightforward, refreshing type of story. I really do think this is like Tsurune. It's Tsurune in manga form. And yeah, there's a bit of BL, but I mean, come on, that's Tsurune, isn't it? So, and in fact, I think this is more, like, from what I remember, like, I do need to rewatch Tsurune. I feel like Tsurune, there was a lot of, you don't understand, I don't want to talk about it, and, that kind of stuff, and people repressing their emotions. This is like straight up dialogue. This is straight up, oh, we have a problem, oh, there's a bit of emotion, let's discuss this, or let's hammer this out. And they do, and it's great, and it's refreshing. And I can't get over the fact that this is, 2002, so 2003, 2004. This one is 20 years old. 20 years old. And when you think about BL from 20 years ago, you don't think about refreshingly open with good communication and dialogue and a lack of angsty drama. It's pretty good. The cliffhanger isn't really much of a cliffhanger either. It's just, hey, I'm going to try and do my best in this this Kudo session. Come and watch me. And it's like, oh, okay. That's it. It's like, there is no drama. Even in this volume, I don't really feel like there is. And I like it. I really like it. It's really refreshing. And maybe that's why this has a reputation of being a good one. It really is just soft boys playing sports. Soft boys BL manga. It's great. Anyway, we will see about volume 3. I did a little bit of digging about Satoru, Kannagi, and Yukine, Honami. So I'm going to take you over to my drawers. Get in my drawers. So if we open this one up, This is the bottom drawer of my like June Manga. This whole one is just June Manga mainly. I've got the book boxes, which is mostly June Manga as well. Anyway, it's been a while since you've seen in my drawers. Here we've got Satoru Kannagi, who we know is one of the authors of Only the Ring Finger Knows. What have I got here? I've got volume 1, 2, and 2 volume 3s. I do have a volume 5, and as usual, I don't have a volume 4. Like everyone, I don't have a volume 4. Yeah, a bit of Aino Kusabi. Yeah. And then here we've got, as you can see, same kind of art style, very, very similar. This is Desire, and this is written by Maki Kazumi, but Yukine Honami is doing that. So I was like, oh, what have they done? What kind of stuff have they done? Anyway, I was obviously going to my bestie Baka Manga updates. I love it. It's just such a fount of knowledge. It's there's a whole thing just now when they're doing like the what is it, that the library, the archive, internet archive, and you just think, you know, there's so many of these sites that disappear, and lots of resources and stuff that you kind of just take for granted, and then they might not be around because it's the internet, digital storage. Anyway, I had a look and found that Satoru Kannagi had done a work with Etsumi Ninomiya together to create. So this is one of my favourite series that didn't get completed. We only have the 2 volumes, but it's like the 4th or 5th volume that is my favourite volume, and that's Aki's story. And it is an age gap one. It's weird, I always say I hate age gap, but that's the one I'm like, chef's kiss. Something about dark-haired glasses characters getting it on. Ooh. But anyway, I always think of these two together as like a pair, but Itsumi Ninomiya has written or drawn the story of Satoru Kannagi's work, and I did read like the first volume, maybe it was a volume and a half, something like that, of that work, and I'm trying to remember. Saiyaku wa boku o suki sugiru, and that's the story. Can I say it faster? No, my Japanese, I really need to practice my Japanese. It's been such a long time I need to practice. Saiyaku wa boku o suki sugiru. Yes, I do need to practice. I need to have some conversational Japanese. Nihongo hanashi hoshi? Chigaumasu. Chigau. Anyway, so their story has this kind of art style, which is not to everyone's taste. It's so to mine, especially that one. And the story is about, like, it's got Japanese folklore and traditions and supernatural elements, and it's got some yakuza, and it's got lots and lots of mystery, which you know I absolutely love. That's like definitely something I've noticed more and more about myself, is that's what I like. I like having a mystery in a story. And it's got some like reincarnation, and but mainly it's just these 2 boys in high school who are kind of like fated to have some kind of relationship, but they don't really know and understand, and they have to avoid dying. It's like, what's the final, what's the one about the death who's after them? Final Destination. Yes. So it's basically like supernatural Final Destination is supernatural. So it's like Final Destination, but with an added element of Japanese traditional folklore added in. Actually, that's kind of exactly what it is. And I love it, and it's so good. So good. But obviously with some gay elements as well. So yes, obviously ticks every box. And that's one that I think I'm going to have to start putting into all of these. I think Yen Press would probably be quite a good one to go for. Like, hey guys, don't you want to publish this really interesting supernatural story? Yeah, it kind of feels like that. So yeah, if you want to go and check out Utsumi Ninomiya's other work and Satoru Kannagi's work. Saiyaku wa boku o suki sugiru. Because it just, I think it's like 7 volumes and I have no idea how it ends. And I hope it doesn't end with them dying. I hope the curse that they have had on them gets broken. I have no idea how it ends. But yeah, that's one that I'm like, oh yeah, that one, that was great. Why don't we have that in English? So many interesting titles. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to have a wee squeeze at that, a wee squizzle. It's been a while. I need to reorganize my drawers. Look at this. 1, 2, 4. I do have my 6 as well. It's just in my other collection. That's the other thing as well. I need to go through my drawers and get rid of duplicates. I'm gonna have to go through like why do I have this one still has its plastic on? These still have the plastic on. That still has its plastic on. But why do I have doubles? Doubles. I don't need them. So I am going to have to go through at some point my collection and just be like, you know, like I know I have 1,000 and, is it 1,200? I think it's around 1,200. I can't remember. I did check when I was doing my review this year. So it's around that kind of number of individual volumes, but many of them are duplicated as well. So I actually have like 2, probably around 1,000. I would say around 1,003 or 1,400. Like, because I have duplicates. So if I took out all the duplicates, I would still have 1,200. So it's just like all of these are just extras that are taking up space. I mean, like, how many copies of that stupid 801 title do I have? 4. I have 4 volumes of the same thing. So yeah, I do need to go through this and be like, do I need 2 of you? No. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes to the authors. How about we open another package? I've got packages to open, I may as well. I should probably film that. We're coming to the end of March. Yeah, let's open another package. Okay, so if I clear up this out the way, I'm going to read volume 3 afterwards. Make a little space. Let's open the other World of Books one. That one. I have these. So yeah, let's open this one. Okay, so this one, I need to get scissors. So I know that there's 2 books in here, but I can't remember what they are. So let's have a look at the first one. Oh, that's right! The Secret Casebook of Simon Feximel, KJ Charles. It's got a little bit of glue here from an old sticker, which I could probably take off. I have this in an Audible audiobook version, but I wanted to read it and listen to it at the same time. Because this is it the first book or the second? I think this is the first book. Is it the Green Man series? I don't know. This was kind of like connected to, is it Spectre Dial? And there was some of like crossover with these characters with another one of KJ Charles's works. Because she has kind of like series, and I read the other one first because I had an audible version and I had a physical version, and I was like, you know what, I want to read that, and I loved it because it was an archaeologist, and 2 guys who kept popping up in the same places, being like, oh, it's you again, damn it. And I just loved it. It was great. But they did make mention of these characters, and I wanted to read it. And it was kind of tricky to get a copy for good price. So I got this for really good price, like £3 or £4. So I'm very happy about this. Very happy. It's not the best cover, I have to say. Like, all of the international covers for KJ Charles are just stunning. It's like stunning. And I'm kind of jealous
but there's no point in me getting them all, except that they look nice on a bookshelf. But as you know, I don't have bookshelves. So yeah, let's have a look at what the other one is. Let's see. Oh, it's a thick one. Oh, I think it's got sticky things on it as well. Ah, right. Yes, I forgot about this. Rainbow Rowell, Carry On. So I have... Yeah, this one has some sticky... I can take this off. Easy peasy. Bit of coconut oil. I have a video for that. I could put a link up. So if you want to get stickers off, coconut oil is really good at it. And it makes the book smell nice. So yeah. I want this, but I want it in hardback, and I don't care about the sprayed edges, but I want the underneath to have the lovely flower design. But it's kind of expensive, and I saw one last year for like £12 or £13, and I was like, no, I'm not going to spend that. And now it's like £35. I'm like, damn it. Damn it. Because there's American versions as well, and they're different, and there's different kinds of American versions, and there's like multiple different covers, and it's like, can I not just get my set? Because I have the lovely covers, hardback covers for the second 2 books, but I don't have the first one. So, and I don't even know if they sell it anymore, so I need to probably spend a lot of money on it. But yeah, so this is one that I read last year, and I absolutely loved it. And I didn't think I was going to. I thought I didn't know what I was going into. I was like, what is this? I've seen this, and people talk about it, and I'm like, is it even BL? You know, is it even male romance? Is it even Achillean in any way, or is it like meh? And then I don't know what one it was. Was it chapter 11 or something? Was it chapter 11? It was like part 1, and then there was part 2, and I was like, oh, I don't really know. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm reading. Maybe it was 30. Was it 31? There was a point in it, and I was like, okay, I'm fully invested now. It was when Baz kind of came onto the scene, and I was like, okay, I'm in love. I'm in love. So yeah, it was definitely, yeah, book 2. Baz entered the chat. And then there was like a couple of chapters later, so I was like, okay, fully invested now, 100%. So yeah, this was somewhat of a surprise last year, a surprise hit, and I didn't expect it, but I do want to, and this was really cheap, but I want to get a hardback for it. I want to get all the versions now. Isn't that terrible? And they're not that expensive. The hardback original version, and there's a blue version. There's a nice hardback version. There's like, but I'm like, don't buy multiple copies of the same book. You can't read them all. But I did want a copy just to have on my shelf at the moment. And this was super, super cheap. So like together, like £7 or something. Like dirt cheap. This was dirt cheap kind of thing. I don't know exactly. I have to check. So 3, 4, less than £5. Less than £5. Very good. Anyway, shall we? I'm gonna have some toast or something. It's kind of midday now, I think, or it's coming towards midday. So I'm thinking something to eat and a bit more coffee, and we'll get this finished. And I didn't expect to, but it's very, very light and easy to read. Very light, very easy to read. This is, it's just nice. So yeah, let's get this one done. So I started RIN, but I'm only about halfway through. I thought I would just show you. This is something that my sister got me, an emerald flower teacup. I've not actually used it yet. I think she got it for me for Christmas, and it's just super cute. So it starts with this little cute spoon with a butterfly on it. It's really nice. And also, let's take this off. Big thick word of that. This lovely glass. I don't know, it should be able to take hot liquids, but isn't it really, really pretty? It comes with this to keep the glass clean. but also something to put the glass on, like a little coaster. Like that. I think it would be good for jelly, like a dessert. So you can see it's quite nice. I don't know. Do I need to keep my hands off it? But I kind of want to use it and see if it's actually any good for keeping hot liquids. But I might try it with cold liquids first. I don't know. It looks very pretty. I like the enamel on it. So I'm going to see if I can make some fruit tea and have a little snack as well. I also want to up my fruit intake, and so I'm going to make this a little bit of a dressing as well, just to make it look and feel nice and a little bit easier because the chocolate's a bit rich. I've got some frozen blueberries too. So I think I'll just enjoy a little afternoon snack with some fruit tea and chocolate cake just to finish off this vlog. Not really much has happened, so yeah, I'll let you know what I think when I finish. So I finished my cake and tea, and I finished volume 3 as well. So what do I think? I liked it. It kind of did start with the red and white like internal competition, and it was all about Katsura really showing everyone else around him that he has his own internal strength and having a bit more confidence in himself, and he was able to show that to Matsunai. Matsunai, is that his name? And how he was able to then have respect for him and call him senpai. It's the moment when he calls him senpai, and I thought that was really nicely done, and it kind of felt like that could have been the end of it, even when you then have what then happens afterwards with them coming home, and then having the graduation, you know, the retirement of the main characters and graduation, and then getting prepared to go to university, and then the little development of their relationship. It was very much like concluding things and kind of wrapping up all of the end pieces, and this one chapter before this extra story, really, for me, I was like, well, that could be the end. What's going to happen now? Like, this felt very conclusive, and I was like, well, that was nice enough, and I'm not sure if it was conclusive, but it wasn't like a great ending. It was just like an okay ending.
So for the whole series, it would have been a bit of like oh, I guess that's the end. It's not massively fantastic, but it's very conclusive about all the ends of the strings were all tied up, and you got, what's going to happen for this character and what's going to happen for this character. So it felt like that was the end. So I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. And even the start of this, there was a bit more of like them graduating and how they were moving on to university. So this whole story here takes place in spring break. So there's a month-long period. So when you graduate, almost every single year, it's very regimented in Japan that you will have graduation on the 1st of March. If the 1st of March is a Saturday or Sunday, it will be like the Friday or the Monday nearest. But it's usually in the March. So it might be like the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th, that kind of thing. But it's usually on whatever day the 1st of March is. It's like a standard thing. And the other thing is that the first day of the next term is the 1st of April. And it's always the start of the year. Obviously, we're in the UK, and so our academic year starts in August and or September and or October, depending on what school or country you're in. But it's usually August, and it's actually mid-August in Scotland, because our timetables are different. But in Japan, it's always the start of April. So it's always the 1st of April that you start your new job or you start your new academic year. And so there's one full month for those who have graduated. If you're still a first or second year at high school, you still have 2 weeks left of school. So you only get a 2-week break. But before, if you actually like graduate from high school, then you've got a month-long break, and that's usually the like graduation trip time for people who are graduating either high school or graduating from university. They'll go on a trip. So that's usually a really good time to go places and do stuff. Anyway, so this whole story takes place in that holiday period, and for me it was like, is this even necessary? And as soon as we got introduced to this new character, it was kind of obvious that we were going to get some shenanigans that didn't necessarily need to take place. It's like the introduction of a sexy new character. Ooh, do we need this? And I was like, oh no, there's just going to be unnecessary drama. And it seems a shame because up to this point, it was pretty well done. And I do think that was the feeling I was getting all the way through. Like, why is this? There's no need. And also, hold on, doesn't that mean that like his brother is like completely obsessed with him as a Katsura, and So is obsessed with Katsura, and Koichi is obsessed with Katsura, and then this new guy, Taketo, who by the way they say, how old is he? Is he 23, 24? Because he's the new club advisor for the Kyudo for the university that So and Yamato, the brother, are going to. So he's going to be their club advisor, but he's got the hots for Katsura. And Katsura's like, hold on, he must be like 17, and if he's 23 or 24, that's not a good look. Dude, it's just not a good look. Anyway, I was just thinking it's like the harem thing, or like 10 Things I Hate About You. Like Katsura is that line of, does he have beer flavored nipples, So he's catnip to all of these guys. Other than his brother, obviously, but his brother is very like overprotective. Anyway, it kind of brought out a little bit of negativity of Koichi, and I feel like that was unnecessary, but also it kind of took him back a step, but then took him forward a couple of steps in his character. So I kind of like, okay, good, you eventually ended up having him have some character development, but other than that, you took him back a couple of steps, and I didn't think that was necessarily the best thing in terms of the character development, especially because he said that the only reason he did that is because he saw a hickey on his collarbone. So yeah, a little bit of that, but it was funny because I kind of got that, but then right at the end when I was reading the afterword, it said, this is this is really important. One way or another, the story that should have wrapped up in 2 volumes ended up a chapter too long. And I was like, oh yeah, it is. It's just that one chapter. It's just that one chapter. And then they have the graduation. That's it. This is the one chapter. And all this. And then so, here is the unintentional volume 3. It came down to Kannagi sensei writing an extra story, but I was happy to meet up with these characters again. It would please me if the readers were happy about it too. So in that case, my ineptitude would be cancelled out. So it's because of Yukine Honami that we have this extra story that I was reading going, well, this is just unnecessary. This is unnecessary drama with the introduction of a new character. But it had to happen because the way that she'd organised the story, it was volume 1, volume 2, and then just this extra. So that really should be written. But then we've got this extra bit here that's a story that Kannagi Satoru had written specially to pad out this 3rd volume. And it kind of shows. It kind of shows. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, because it was kind of interesting, but I don't like the introduction of an older character that's going to be in a position of authority, taking advantage of someone who is 17 years old. That's gross. So, no thank you. Even if he is very good at archery, it doesn't matter. So yeah, all in all though, volumes 1, 2, and 3, I really liked volume 1. It was so refreshing and easy to read. And I think volume 2 also. But it did need that extra little chapter to finish off the story. So all in all, I'm quite happy. I managed to read RIN, finally, after all this time of having it in my collection. So yeah, if you do get a chance to, they're not terribly expensive, I don't think. They're the old pink bottomed ones, so they're sometimes very easy to get hold of compared to the ones that June Manga published, around the financial crash and into the like 2000, maybe between 2010 and 2015, I would say those are the more difficult ones. These ones are a little bit easier, so 2006, 2007. So you should be able to pick up a set of these, and they're nice. But I guess that's kind of all. So this is a really boring vlog, probably. Probably overly long for what it is. It's a very nice, serviceable one. It does make me want to watch Tsurune. I will probably try and see if I can find that. I think is it on Crunchyroll? It's probably on Crunchyroll. Because I can rewatch the first season. At least that. I'm going to have a bit of a watch. But that's a lot more drama. This is so much more tame. But the fact that it is an earlier work from 2002, 2003, and it is so non-toxic, except for that last little extra, Other than that, this is just a high school boys sports soft. And when there's an issue, there's dialogue, there's confrontation, there's consequences, there's negotiation, there's exploration of feelings. It's very, very mature in that respect, and I'm very happy about it. So yeah, I liked it. I'm glad I could finally read it. I hope Katie enjoys it as well. I'm going to send her a message now, because we talked a little bit about finishing volume 1. But yeah, I didn't mean to, but I finished volume 2 and 3 today. So yeah, it's kind of a boring vlog. Sorry guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know what you think if you've read RIN and any other works that are like this. I'm going to have to put this down on my list of sports BL, because I'm trying to make lists of things. And yeah, sports BL. I kind of want more sports BL. Is there any more? Like, I could just read some haiku. Could just watch some haiku. Welcome to the Ballroom is a good one. It's not BL, but it's kind of, because I totally ship the two guys. But yeah, it's like, it's very much Chihayafuru, Kyudo, that kind of thing. These sorts of traditional Japanese sports that have culture embedded within them is always something that I enjoy. So yeah, any recommendations for some sports BL? Would very much appreciate that. So yeah, I hope everyone is taking care of themselves. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share, comment, all that. So yeah, I'm 36581. I make videos about BL manga, yaoi, minimal romance, and all that good stuff. Yeah, take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.